Hello, I'm Linda Smith-McIntosh, a video creator for Color Art at COLOURARTE.com. Michelle Simons is the administrator in my Facebook group, Studio ABC Facebook group, and she has initiated an ATC swap, which has been very successful so far. So today, a friend and I, Lindy Welch, and I are using Vivid Ultra Metallics to make our ATCs together in the studio. This is Lindy, and she's making some ATCs for Andrea Kidman, who lives in Germany. My ATCs will be for Amanda Yeats, who lives in Tennessee. Okay, so what we're going to do is gesso the back of these. This was the Coca-Cola. Hello.
Is your thing in the blank?
This is the Coca-Cola box that we cut up to make the ATCs out of, and we'll sign them on the back, but we're going to gesso this under to use it as the surface to work on. Lindy's my partner in crime here. She takes over when I have to be out for appointments and such, and she brings in her work and works in the studio. And we make a pretty good team here in the studio.
Very happy to be here. I'm very, very happy.
Michelle Simons, who is my moderator, my administrator in my group, Studio ABC Online, started this ATC challenge or exchange, and so every month she's giving us a theme, and we're exchanging cards with other people in the group. If you don't know what an ATC is an artist trading card. It was started by a gentleman, an artist, in I believe it was Switzerland, and he showed 1,200 of his cards in 1997, and that started the ATC exchange. And now people get together and have swap meets, and of course you know probably from being online that they do there's a lot of ATC exchanges online with various subject matters, but they're still starting from that gentleman's
idea.
Right, starting from his idea, there's still swap meets. I believe it's in Zurich, and they still do that.
This is the first time I've ever heard of this.
Well, ATCs are 2.5 inches by 3.5 inches. Same size as baseball cards, or as the kids said today that we're making them, same thing as Pokemon cards, because that's what they identify with. When I was growing up, you bought bubble gum to get the
Baseball cards.
to get the baseball cards. One of the reasons we're putting gesso on this is not only to make them one color so that some of the print disappears, but also it makes the product stick to it better, because this is a glossy surface on the Coke boxes. You know, that's kind of that'd make a pretty cool ATC right there.
You don't have to do anything.
Here we
with
go.
that.
Looks pretty good. One of my students sold a little drawing in the recent art show that we had, and it wasn't a relative and it wasn't a friend. It's just a lady walked in and said, "I'd like to buy that. Is it for sale?" And so she sold it. And now when we made ATCs in class today, they were going, "I'll sell mine for so much." And I said, no, you do not sell. You only trade ATCs. That's why they're called trading cards. And while I realize that they do sell baseball cards, ATCs were meant to be only traded, not bought or sold. So I've got mine all ready and under the gesso. I'm going to rinse out my brush, and I'm going to dry these.
Me too.
Alright, so we will take a moment to dry. You're not going to want to hear the dryer, the hair dryer on these. So we'll turn the cam off and come back.
I'm going to rinse my hand.
What?
I'm rinsing my hand in the brush water.
The sink is too far away.
So do they need to be touching?
Okay, so, well, it really doesn't matter whether they're touching or not.
Okay.
As long as they're close together so that you can do everything at one time.
Okay.
We've got this sitting on parchment paper. So what I'm going to do is squirt out some of these Vivids on to this palette.
Okay.
And this is just a tile, like a bathroom tile. And here's a brayer. And I want a background color, so I'm not going to use my red because I think I'm going to use that when I get to the stencil part. So a color that would be, oh, I love silver. Maybe I will use the red and I'll use the silver. Okay. This is called Pink Azalea. It's not really red. You can use any color you want.
I don't know.
This is the background. And you know what?
What color?
I might even use some of this violet with it, so it's not all the same color. And shake them. You need to shake them before you use them, because all of the mica settles to the bottom in these, and there's lots of mica in these. I'm taking this right across my ATC'S. See there?
Okay.
Hey, that texture of the gesso looks pretty grand. I like that. Plus the texture of this paint.
Okay. So
Any color you want. But I would, if you were going to use two colors, I would use colors that blend together, that are close to each other on the color wheel.
and how do I choose that?
A blue and a blue and a purple. A pink and a pink and a pink and an orange would be fine.
Okay.
But I'm just doing background right now. And this is an easy, quick way to do it. And since we've been here all day,
A blue and a blue. This is a blue, right?
yes, that's that. What color is that? That is,
Oh, I didn't tell them what color this was.
I don't even see the color on here. It must have come off. This is a pretty blue color, but I don't know what it is.
And I don't know what this is either.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's not.
This is the color I used.
Well,
but-
this is Snapdragon.
Oh, it's Snapdragon.
This
okay.
might be Mediterranean blue. I'm not sure what
Oh, there
that
it is.
I'm not sure what that little one is.
Okay.
I've forgotten, and I don't see a tag on it. It's a Color Art product, though, I guarantee you, because only Color Art makes Vivids. And Vivids have a whole lot of metallic in them. And so that'll make it pretty. So see how fast that goes on whenever you use the brayer? You're not painting all that long.
Okay, so I should just use two colors?
As many colors as you want. Start with one. Just start with one. What have you got there?
I've got Snapdragon. This is play.
Okay, you've got two. Just go ahead with whatever you want to do. Just roll over that. Let's just roll straight over that and back. And now see what you can get on your, there. You're just loading your
Am I doing
brayer.
too much?
No. There's not any mistakes in this. You just can't hardly make a mistake. Watch me make a mistake since I said that. No, I don't really believe in mistakes in art. You know that.
I'm learning.
I think mistakes are your best friends. It causes you to think further and do something that you never thought of doing before because you're trying to fix.
Something that you thought.
And sometimes it doesn't need to be, yeah, true. Sometimes it doesn't need to be fixed at all. Sometimes it's just a good happening.
So I need to cover them completely though, right?
If you want to, some of those are kind of pretty with some background in it, a white background in it. That's really pretty. I love those colors together. I might dip into your colors and borrow some of them.
Okay.
Let me dip in. See what I can get on here. A little bit more. See there?
I'm not doing a very good job, I don't think.
There's no way to make a mistake. You can't.
Try to roll.
You're not allowed.
Okay.
That one's overlapping. I better get him out before he dries.
See, it won't stay on my brush, my little roller thing. What'd you call that?
Brayer.
My
It's a
brayer.
brayer. I'm going to take some more of your paint. You want some of my paint?
Sure.
I'm going to hit. You know what you can do when you do things like this, if you've got a gessoed surface? If you wanted to, after these got completely dry, you could put a thin coat of paint over it and then drop alcohol into it and it'll make these little blossoms.
Oh,
It's kind of cool. It's kind of a cool technique to do.
sounds like it.
Our little girls that had classes today were making the ATC'S, and they had a fun time scraping off paint off parchment paper that had dried on from
Oh, really?
previous assignments, and they were taking that paint off of the parchment paper and gluing it to their ATC'S, which was really kind of cool.
Well, that's pretty smart.
Yeah, it's innovative. Oh, that's a pretty one.
I feel like I'm putting too much on, but I don't know.
You know what? There's no way to make a mistake.
Okay.
There just isn't.
Andrea, I'm doing this for you. I hope that I'm doing a good job. You can tell I am definitely an amateur.
We're making a color art video at the same time we're making a Studio ABC video. 2 for the price of 1. 2
That's
people.
right. And Linda is pushing me to do different things all the time.
Pushing.
Just like a regular teacher would. You know, she used to be a teacher for a good almost more than 40 years. So.
I'm still a teacher.
Yes, you are. Uh-oh. You know what that means?
No, that's the alarm that was supposed to go off this morning at 8:02. It's
No.
8:02 at night.
I'm thinking it's meaning that we're supposed to go to recess.
You get to stay in at recess just for that.
Uh-oh. I just got in trouble. Detention. Yeah.
Pretty interesting
Mine's
colors.
kind of blue and purple. Mine's blue and purple, and yours is purple and blue. And
I really wanted a little more pinkish in it.
How did we
so
manage
I may go.
that? Well-
I may put a little more on there.
You're just wanting to do more.
Always.
You were pretty happy there for a moment.
Whoa!
Oh, goodness.
I just poured it out of the bottle. Thank you. Yep. You want some?
Yep. Is that too much?
Yeah.
That's what I want. I do it all over my little spots.
I like some of that, but I've got an awful lot on this card. And you know what else you can do?
Give me some more. I can't get it.
Here.
You get it for me.
Trade.
Oh, smart aleck. Boy, you know what you're doing.
Yeah, I don't. I just pretend. What else you can do is like
Oh,
print
that's...
on print.
Yeah?
And that way you're not getting so much of it on there. I didn't want... There we go. I want it all over. It's just fun to experiment. I try to tell people that, and not everybody gets that, you know. Some of my students here are still intimidated by my experimentations. It's like, well, my other teacher told me we couldn't do this or that. And I said, you can here.
You can do whatever you want.
I think the more you experiment, the more fun it is. And every one of them's different.
But alike.
Different but alike.
There.
And I'm just going to leave mine kind of scatterbrained here. And when I get through, when it gets dry, you through?
Yep. I'm just...
You want to dot that out or you want to leave it dotted? Okay. When you get finished and this is all dry, what we had planned to do is take a stencil and put over it. And we're not going to do one at a time. We're going to lay a whole stencil over a lot of them and do it several at a time.
Right.
We could have left these all in one sheet and cut them later. A lot of people do that.
I was wondering why we didn't do that. It seems like to me I'm having trouble keeping them in order.
It might have worked better for you the other way.
But I don't mind doing it this way because it teaches me.
Well, and you know what? You can take it if you don't like the white spots on it, and I think they're fine.
Yeah, I'm not. I mean, there's some still.
Yeah,
Not
I think I'd leave them if I were you. But if
Yeah,
you didn't like them, you could take a brush and spread it out.
Right.
But that nice dark color behind there, I think that's going to look really cool whenever we do that. You might want to clean that off now because the Vivid dries fast.
Okay, and what is this? Just water?
It's just water. And if it doesn't come off with that, I scrape it with the palette knife and then I use a little alcohol on it.
Yeah,
So we're going to take another drying session and go over to our hair dryer and dry these now. And we shall be back. And you won't even know the time went by because we'll cut that part. So I've got the silver Ultra Vivid Metallics and I put some out on my little palette here. And I'm going to paint some little silver hearts on mine. See, like so. And the way I'm going to do that, I'm going to paint it on some. I'm not going to paint it on all of them. The way I'm going to do that is take the end of a paintbrush and dab into the silver paint and dot it and dot it two dots side by side. If they touch, that's fine. And then you take something a little bit more pointed than that. That was an awful round end on that brush. And you pull these down to form the bottom of the heart. And that makes a pretty little heart. See?
Okay.
Real simple. Put another heart on this one.
Solar gold.
A dot and a dot. And then you might be able to use this. Okay, I can use this. And drag the two dots together. Fill in the top just a little bit if it needs it. Oops. I got a little carried away on that one. Now I like it better when I have a sharper point. I want that point down on the bottom of it. So I'm going to drag it down like that. There we go. Well, I goofed.
Oh, you can make mistakes.
I didn't make a mistake, I goofed.
Oh, what's the difference?
I'll show them up close.